Welcome to the Funky Fraggers PVE cluster. We're just going to do a quick run through on some of our mods and some of the different ways we use them just to make the game easier for the rest of you guys. So come with me inside. This is our main base on Gen 2. We'll start with the Sol terminals. Our Sol terminals are set for the allow for auto generation of products. So if you go options and then automation, you can turn on passive generation. So snails will produce a shinta paste, fertilizer. If you put some ammonias or any animal really that will produce dung and some dung beetles, they will then produce fertilizer for you, which will automatically be placed into your crop plots. So under that one we've got options automation, we have poo generation, beetles convert, and then we've got the fertilizer to plot 31, which is a little higher than normal, but we have crop plots on this base that shoot wild creatures if they come in. If you come over to the other side of the base, we have all our normal Sol terminals, which is just storing our animals. That's our boss dinos and gigas and what have you. So more general storage there. Over here, we have bees, which are not working for some reason. Oh, it's probably all gone off options, but we haven't been here for a while. So that's set to queen bee honey generation. Normally that's full of honey, but I haven't been on this server for a couple of weeks. This is Maywings. We've got one Maywing in there. This has been there for a while, but options, automation, unfertilized egg generation. So the Maywing will generate any egg you need, so you can make all of the kibbles just by sticking one Maywing in there and turning that on. That's probably the biggest benefit for the Sol terminal. Obviously, you got the style gun, shoot the little ball, bang, pick up the creature, easy. You've all seen that. That's nothing out of the ordinary. We have the awesome spyglass. It shows you the stats of the animals, wild or tamed. We'll zoom in with the right mouse button. Not that great with the tech suit on, but does work. That'll obviously, same as the normal spyglass, only gives you all the animal stats. Great for taming. This is the awesome teleporter. Retrieve your corpse if you're dead. Find dinos. So if you've got any dinos with trackers in them, so they're just our tech shriders sitting out there. So these are the trackers. You make those on your body, wherever it is. Cement base, cook, prime meat, crystal, electronics, metal. You feed that to, I'll put it in this one, feed that to your little dino. Right click, consume. He's now, he will now show up on the find dinos. We've now got the shine horn on the dinos tracker, so I can bring him to me. If I happen to lose an animal off the edge, or in a weird place I can't get to, at least I can pull him back to me safely. Alright, we'll step outside and I'll go through some of the other mods. Oh, the teleport, obviously. There's a remote that'll allow you to teleport to any of the teleport pads that are around the map. Generally we'll put the green ones are ours, the green ones are, the blue ones are ones that are on public. So you can, basically you can teleport to around the place. We put like stuff like redwood, sea trap, space, all the stuff that everybody's going to use. Metal resources. We put all those on public, so that it makes it easier for everybody. We don't end up with 4 billion teleporters, and everyone can share the resources. Start at the right here, I guess. Transfer of element. So you got element, you can transfer it by converting it to transferable elements. If we want one of them, so you got a little red element. I can now transfer with that element, whereas I can't transfer just between servers with that element. So that's a helpful one if you want to move the element over to the island or something. Redwood crafting table, various trees, sap, etc. You can actually put down a fake redwood tree at your own base and put a sap in it. Landscape, same deal, just a whole heap of trees, plants, different varieties and sizes, all decorative stuff. Eco saddles, same deal. This is more sort of country styled, barns and hay and bales and stuff like that. Again, just decorative stuff, but full structure builds and stuff like that, and some quite nice furniture pieces and stuff. S Plus, well, we've all seen the S Plus table. It does all of the normal stuff. You've also got your S Plus Omni tool, which is something I would highly recommend you learn to use. You hold R, you got all the different options for it. So you use scanner, it'll actually scan for all the creatures. Most of our servers have 20 transmitters on them, so you can actually use the Omni tool to scan. It'll give you stats, location, the whole lot of the creatures. We've put transmitters on most of the maps. Some of them don't have 20, but the majority do. Basic transfer. So in this S plus table, you got some element, sorry, some crystal and some rock. Basically, I can go right click on the on that table, left click on that table, and it will move that into there. So if you had a dinosaur or you wanted to empty that box that was full of stuff, it's very helpful if you come back with a magmasaur and it's full of metal. You can right click on the magmasaur, left click on your storage container, and it will empty all of the contents of the magmasaur into the container. All right, continue on. Food tray. This is just all basically all decorative stuff, but there are some. So this here is a water bucket, which I'll quickly craft one. You can use this as a water source. So basically you place that down somewhere, let's say there. If you wanted to, you can put a tap straight on that, and then if you make a crop plot, one of them will do whatever. You can place said crop pot on top of that, like so. It'll get full of fertilizer because our salt terminals inside will fill it up. But as you can see, you can now drink water from that tap, and the crop plot is irrigated. So it allows you to not have to run piping everywhere, and saves a lot of mess. So you can effectively use these little buckets as as pipes to the rest of the. Don't worry about that later. Well, what we can do here, can't we? Right click on that, left click on that. Now they're all in there. Same with this one, Decor. There's a lot more like castle sort of stuff, flags, the furniture. There's some big big Rockwell thrones and bigger tables, that sort of thing. There's a heap of war flags and heads like mounts. So all of the creatures with different bits and pieces mounted on the magmasaur and wyverns and everything's in there. Highland homes. We call these the trailer homes, but they're not really. They're actually quite nice. Actually, I'll quickly make one so you see what they look like. So that one there was 500 wood, 750 stone. And especially early on, when you first, it was a really good starter base. It's going to be a bit glitchy there. But boom, you got a lovely little home. You can now walk straight in here. You can make a door for it. Nice upstairs, plenty of room, and you can live in that for as long as you want, really. All of our stuff is pick-upable, so you never have to leave your traps or anything later in the maps. You can pick them all up. This will take a while to pick up. Bear with me while we wait. I don't want this sitting half in and half out of my base. This is our main base on Gen 2 for the Numbskulls tribe. As you can see, we've been here for quite a while. We are well past early stages. It's well set up here. Alright, so there's a whole heap of those. There's some clothing, there's armour, there's all sorts of stuff. Actually totally sure what the secret chibi is. Oh, Highland cow, apparently. Really? Yeah, yep, it's just a cow. Lots of armour and stuff like that. This is the ARRRP eco mod. Same deal. There's actually a bucket, there's a sink, there's all sorts of stuff in here, some quite good cooking gear. It's well worth going through all this stuff. There's some very nice looking stuff for your builds, but also some very functional stuff that will help make life a lot easier. Alright, we also run the Shiny Dino mod. And I don't have a Shiny Dino remote on me, apparently. Well, actually, it's on my hotbar. This is a Shiny Dino remote. So currently on this server, there's all of these. So the different servers run different events. So this one is the Halloween trick or treat. So a lot of that sort of pumpkin trick or treat, etc. So different colours, different stats. They're a higher level. There's an enraged version which will give you chibis and some other rewards, but they're a lot harder. They're very hard to kill. They're like an alpha, but a beefier version of the alpha. What else have we got on here? Shiny dinos, immersive taming. All right, we'll come inside. We'll do the immersive taming. That's back into the kitchen. In here is the 3 bait stations. So you have a food bait station, a kibble bait station, and a trophy bait station. And then there's an immersive taming journal. So if you wanted to tame, let's say you wanted to tame let's pick something different, a bloodstalker. A bloodstalker requires combat. No, so you haven't got to fight it, whereas something that you do. I'll show that in a minute. And they're basically the meat baits. So a raw mutton bait would be the best. The fish baits are better for water creatures than the normal, raw meat, prime meat, raw mutton baits. Raw mutton baits are best for normal ground creatures. Basically, you make some of these, you throw one on the ground near the bloodstalker, it'll come eat it, you can give it a pat eventually. You hand feed it, the process goes on, but effectively you first off start by throwing the baits on the ground, trying to stay out of its way without it killing you, and then eventually it'll give you messages on the top of the screen showing you that it now likes you. You can approach it. It wants to be hand fed. Then when it wants to be hand fed, you can walk up and pat it. You get skills for patting it and caring for it. It's a fun way of taming. Pro tip for you gamers out there: the text riders, even max level, can be tamed with the extraordinary kill baits. You can actually do it with the lower ones, but it's a lot faster with that one. So if you want to get your hands on a text rider without having to grind through 50 missions, you can actually immersive tame them. So that's well worth buying. If we look at the immersive taming journal and go to say Giga, come on. If we go Giga, so it takes a trophy bait, which is a Giga heart bait. So you need to actually get a Giga heart, but you'll have to fight it. Basically, when it says tick for requires combat, you feed it the trophy bait, and then you'll have to fight it, reduce its life by 50%, and then you can feed it the extraordinary kill bait, or lesser if you don't have those baits, and then it will become your friend, and hopefully you won't, lose it. But that's just another fun way of taming. Crystal Isles mod. If you knock those creatures out with normal tranks, you need to feed them primal crystals or prime crystals, varying things. Some of them require the Briarthorn. Basically, the Crystal Isles mod creatures, require this, but they can also be immersive tame. So if you go in here, Crystal Wyvern, there should be something crystal on this map. So Crystal Argentavis, so it'll still eat like a raw mutton bait, exactly the same as a normal RG. So if you go to XRG, so it's actually even cheaper. Raw mutton bait is the best bait for the Crystal RG, which by the way are quite a nice looking Argentavis if you like Argentavises. Okay, going upstairs. This is the upgrade station. Effectively, you can put a weapon in here, and what do we got? Probably got something I could probably make. I think I've done a mine wire. No, we can still go bow. So if you put the bow in there, and I want to upgrade it, attempt upgrade, because it's a primitive, standard, run-of-the-mill stock. I want to attempt upgrade. So I need 255 more wood and 84 more fibre. So if we put some wood in here, and some fibre, which we've got a fair bit of apparently. I can now upgrade that. So I've gone from 100 to 124 and it's turned it to a ramshackle. I'll try again. It's now gone up to an apprentice at 182. 276 as a journeyman. Up to mastercraft. So you can upgrade your weapons. Like we're now at ascendant at 464. Like that's actually quite a good bow. From there, you can actually go to the augmentation station. Pop the little fella in there. And you can augment the item as well. So at the moment we just there's a whole heap. There's updated armor, there's updated weapon damage, there's updated durability for weapons. That's so, you know, you can upgrade all of your armor, weapons, saddles inside the augmentation station, but the upgrade station is the easiest place to start. Once you've got it up to where you would like it, you can actually then go, boom, okay, I'm happy with that bow. Put it into the blueprint station, boom, blueprint, create blueprint. I now have a blueprint for that particular little crossbow. Sorry, and then so I can make as many of those as I would like. Pull the stuff in, bam. Plus you can now get crafting skill on top of that. So we've got a 508% bow. So that's yeah, that's also a good little tip. This is a Weapons Plus workbench. It has a full range of weapons. Basically all the weapons that are in the game are in here. This is a advanced sniper, so your normal STEMI style sniper rifle, and it is actually the trank version. So one of those is very helpful. They actually work really quite well. I would strongly recommend yeah, making that and using it as your trank out knockout gun. They do use their own special darts, which are these blue ones here, which are a little bit expensive, 10 narcotic, 1 IG. And you've also got to make a high caliber bullet, but they do a lot of torpor, especially when you get that weapon upgraded a bit and get it higher up. You will knock out a max level 400 giga without too much hassle at all, just by shooting the thing 40 or 50 times with one of those. So well worth doing. This is just all the normal stuff that is on all your servers. I think I've pretty well covered everything. So we covered the eco mods. The S Plus tool is, yeah, as I said, it's great. The basic tool is wonderful. Advanced transfer. So we use the advanced. I've already got this saved, so we're going to go do an advanced transfer. I've got it saved as preset 1. No, preset 2. Okay, so that's going to pull out from all structures, which I've selected here, and I want stone, which is selected here. And I'm going to feed the gotchas. So basically it's going to send 200,000 stone to all of the gotcha pads. So one click of the button, bang, the gotchas have now got food and are happily eat away and make all the wonderful stuff that they've got for us. Fraggers is a great server. The mods and settings are set for people that have like a real life outside of gameplay. It allows you to play the game, still have to grind, you're still going to have to farm and chase things around, and we wanted to balance it, a work-life balance, so that you can, if you grind well hard at the game, you can have absolutely everything. But it's still enough there to be rewarding and not totally time-consuming. So this hopefully this mod tips will give you a quicker boost up and make your game life easier. Enjoy your time on the Fraggers PVE server. I know we certainly do. Thanks very much.